What's up, YouTube? It is, hold on, I don't even know what day it is. Sunday, September the 10th, so that means we are exactly 6 weeks out from the Summer Shredding Championship show, which is happening October 22nd. So welcome to episode 3 of the series. We're back at Pure. We're about to hit a chest and tricep session, so let's get into it. So we're gonna start this workout off with the hammer bench press. If you guys don't have one of these machines at your gym, you can easily use dumbbells. As you can see, this is angled, so you can basically set your dumbbells up in that same position so it's in line with your chest. If you do have this machine at your gym, you can see right here, we have the 25s. Right there, it gives a couple inches up, just because when I'm back on the bench here, if it's all the way down here, it puts my shoulders at a vulnerable position to get injured. So a little 2 inches up helps the shoulder positioning, and it helps start off the bench. Let's see how this workout goes. My dog was sick last night, so I was up every couple of hours having to bring him outside. I don't know what he ate, but he'll be okay. And we're here getting the lift in, so that's the main thing. See how it goes. Go to close to failure as possible, and same thing as any other workout. If I don't get the usual weight that I get, it's no big deal. Just do what I can for this day. It's a good way to adjust your workouts. Feeling a little heavy. We'll go 3.5. That might be a working set, but I'm hoping to work up to 4 today. Working in the 6 to 8 rep range here today on these hammer bench presses. 3.5 was, we'll call it a working set. Felt pretty heavy today, so that was 8 reps with that. Now we're gonna go on the 3 plates, 35. I'm gonna do just near failure, hopefully get toward 8, and then we'll move on to 4 plates and go for 6. Do one more set of that for another 6. It's feeling pretty heavy, but it was good. It was a good set. Every rep felt hard, but I got it done. I'm doing twice a week check-ins now with my coach. So the first check-in for these twice a week check-ins was today. So I sent him my photos and my weight. So he's gonna get back to me probably this afternoon sometime to go over what my macros are gonna be for the rest of this week. So last week we were still on 400 grams of carbs with 1 500 gram carb high day. My weight stayed relatively the same. We shot up quite a bit after the show, but that was just because glycogen, water, etc. So we got up to around 206, and then it pretty much stayed there even with all the extra calories from the carbs. So I expect maybe today we may lower that a bit, because now we're only 6 weeks out. So we have to start shredding again and dieting to be able to come in lean for the show. We want to be leaner and bigger than last time. That's the goal. So we've done our phase of growing, and now it's soon going to be time to diet again. So we might do another week with higher carb and then really push the diet later on, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Next up, we have the Atlantis incline press machine. If you guys don't have one of these at your gym, you can easily just use dumbbells, or one of my favorites other than this for incline is an incline bench set up in a Smith machine. I find that one's really good for the upper chest, but I like this machine, so this is the one I'm using at Pure. When I'm not at Pure, I usually do the incline Smith machine. So on our first exercise, we've done the hammer press. Compound movements, so we've done 6 to 8. I like to go a little heavier for the compound movements. Now that we're doing this incline machine, we're gonna put the rep ranges around 10 to 12. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Usually I just gauge it by how I feel. If I end up hitting a 15 rep set, then we'll add a little weight, try to bring it down between 10 to 12. And same thing, if it goes the other way, if I hit 8, then I might just do another set of 8 with that weight, or take a little bit off and try to get back around 10 to 12 rep range. Ideally, you always want to be progressing, so from the last week, you want to add a little weight and get the same rep ranges, but during a prep, depending on how you feel, how low your calories are, how you slept, you kind of just got to come in and do the best you can for that day. So that's how I judge my days on prep. I don't mind training here without headphones on because they usually play some good music, but when I'm not here, I usually go to a different gym Monday to Friday, and yeah, you definitely got to put headphones on there. It's like you could get anywhere from Drake, Taylor Swift. They had Backstreet Boys on the other day, so usually I'll put an Excision set on, get a good workout in, but at Pure, usually the music's good. Today it's kind of chill though. What are we listening to here? R&B, I think. So guys, it's always good to do a couple warm-up sets, not only to warm up, get the blood flowing, get a feel for the exercise, but also to see how much you're gonna do for your first working set. Because like I said, some days you might come in, you're a little stronger than another day, or you might be feeling a little more fatigued. So those warm-up sets gauge you for how your working sets are gonna go, and then you can pick a good weight for that day for your working set. So today, for me, that's 3 plates and 10s. I'm gonna do this for 12.
Fucking awful idea.
Huh?
Bro, terrible.
The cameo from Jake here, episode 1. Look at the veins, they're still vascular.
A little bit.
And he's repping the Alpha Elite.
Alpha Elite.
There you go, head to toe.
Head to toe.
You guys hitting a chest session too?
Yeah, chest back. That's what you're hitting too, right? Chest back?
No, I'm doing chest tries today. My coach is sending me a new routine today.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing what I want to do today, and then it'll be routine till the show.
Did you get that creamy figured out?
No, that's what I'm gonna do after this. I didn't tell you that
Look,
yet.
they don't have them in.
So last night, my Ninja Creamy broke. The blade that spins, it stripped out at the top, and it came out and started flicking around inside the bowl. I tried to clean it up and put it back on, but I tried it again, and then it completely cracked. So now, yeah, it doesn't work at all. So luckily, from what I can see online, is 90 days at Canadian Tire. You can exchange it anyway. So hopefully, I'm gonna have a new Ninja Creamy tonight. But yeah, that's how much I use the thing. I'm just too hard on it. It's every day, and it broke. So guys, for the third exercise here, we're gonna move on to a hex press. So I'm gonna use this Arsenal machine at this gym. So basically the hex press is your elbows are tucked in and you're pushing with your chest closer together. So you can also do this with dumbbells if you don't have this machine. But we're gonna try this machine, see how it goes. I've never done the hex press on this machine before, but the last time I did chest, I just done a couple warm-up exercises on it to try it out, and I liked it. So this workout, I'm gonna do some working sets. So for this one, you really gotta focus on using your chest, get that full range of motion, and keep your elbows locked in. But you also really have to make sure that there's no discomfort in your shoulders. So I do find with the hex pressing, it's a little harder on the shoulders. So you wanna brace your back, get that locked in on the bench, and push with your chest, and make sure there's no discomfort in your shoulders. Yo. I forgot to mention that when my coach sends me my new macros today, he's also going to send me a new routine. So I have a whole new routine to show you guys for, I don't know how long he's going to want me to run the routine, but definitely up until the show. So I'll show you guys that routine in the next episode. I'm excited for it. It's nice to switch up the routines. Especially, like, I mean, if you're progressing and you like the routine, then stick with your routine. As long as you keep progressing, then there's no reason to change it whatsoever. But if you are getting bored, or you're not progressing, or you're just not having fun in the gym anymore, it's good to switch up your routine. Try something new. You can go online, find a routine, get your coach to send you a new routine, do up your own routine. I ran my current routine for the last 10 weeks or so. I did like the routine, but I like being in the gym a little more than 5 days a week. So we're gonna up it to 6 days a week now, and we're gonna base the routine on a 6-day-a-week programming. So looking forward to it. It's actually looking kind of dry today, but when I first upped the calories and upped the carbs, it started looking a little watery. Obviously, put on a little water weight. Glycogen stores are full, so the scale goes up. And then I'm looking in the mirror, looking a little more watery, looking a little more full. But it also plays on your mind because you're not looking as lean as what you were a few days ago. But guys, obviously, that's just mind games and tricks. If you're upping your calories, upping your carbs, you're gonna look a little more watery. You're not gonna look as dry. You can't let that play on your mind. That's just how it goes. Just something to keep in mind. Like, you see the day-to-day changes. Obviously, you're not gaining fat, just glycogen and a little water storage. So if you're rebounding from a show, just take it easy on yourself and do it slowly. You have a good rebound after your show. Slowly up the carbs, but make sure you're not staying in a deficit. You can't sustain staged leanness for very long. Like, it's not something that you're going to be able to maintain. So you have to get that in your head and just slowly up your carbs, up your calories. I would say right after the show, try to get back into maintenance calories as soon as possible. You don't want to be eating in a deficit after your show. So get yourself up to maintenance calories, and then from maintenance calories, judge your weight each week, add a little more carbs, and then you'll have a good rebound after your show. First and final exercise today for chest, we're gonna move on to a chest fly. There's so many different machines here at Pure for flies. There's a few that I like. This one, I didn't do the last workout that I showed you, because first episode we done chest and back. So today we're doing chest and tries. I'm gonna do this fly machine in this workout. It's a little different, but I do like how on this machine, brings your hand position up here. So up here in this position, in line with the chest fibers, and then it brings it down across your chest. So I really like this machine for that reason. Any cable fly is fine. Same thing, you could even do it with the cable fly. You grab the cable, come up here, bring it down and push it across your chest. And with the cable fly, you can also do it just one by one if you want. Just take one arm at a time so you can bring it further across your chest. That's something you want to try in your workouts. But for this one, we're gonna do two hands. Like to aim a little higher on these. Try to get at least 15. So moving on to triceps, we're gonna start off with this Panada tricep machine. So this is a pressing machine that is pretty much reenacts a close grip bench press. So if you guys don't have this machine at your gym, then close grip bench press is the same thing you do with a barbell, or you can also do it on Smith machine. We're gonna do 3 tri exercises. Start off with this one, then we're gonna do some dips and then some overhead tricep extensions. For these guys, we're gonna work in the 8 to 12 rep range. Massive craving for a barbecue. So when I go down to Houston, actually it's my dad's been looking at restaurants to go to, and he asked me what Texas barbecue restaurant would be a good one to check out. So I asked around, and the locals seem to think the Pit Room would be the restaurant to go to. So I'm looking forward to hitting up the Pit Room for some Texas barbecue when I'm down in Houston. And Dahlia mentioned Voodoo Donuts. So we're definitely getting some Voodoo Donuts after the show as well. And you guys will see all of that after the show, but we still got 6 weeks of prep until we eat any of that shit. So a lot more dieting to go yet. Yeah, and then prep starts again for another 3 weeks. Definitely gonna enjoy ourselves after the show in Houston for that at least one night, and then basically back to prep the day after. We don't have much room there. Like 3 weeks is literally nothing when it comes to prep. So we can't go too far off track. So the night after the show, we're gonna go out and enjoy ourselves, have a free meal, have a donut, get back on track the next day, do King Kong Classic, and then you guys will see some pretty interesting eats after King Kong Classic in Toronto. One thing on this machine, it's like obviously we're going for triceps, so you really want to make sure you're engaging your triceps, pushing with your triceps for a full range of motion on the way down. So at the end of that one, wasn't so much all triceps, there's a lot of chest to get that full range of motion all the way down in that particular rep, but triceps were still engaged obviously. It's just to get to that failure point, you need to engage some other muscles, but otherwise you really want to focus on using your tricep to get that full range of motion. Also, if you guys have any recommendations for post-show eats, either in Houston or Toronto, please let me know in the comments below. The overhead tricep extension machine we're going to use looks to be out of order right now. Got a broken cable up top here and a weight is stuck down there. So we are going to do a rope extension behind the neck. This is it, the fucking gym and eat and sleep because I'm very tired, and take my dog out. It's pretty much my prep right there. Gym, eat, sleep, take the doggo out, go to Chick-fil-A every Saturday. That's my prep.